ये देखूंगा, आज मैं कॉस्मोस के ऊपर देखूंगा, आज मैं कपिल शर्मा देखूंगा, या वॉट एवर यू वॉन्ट टू वॉच, बट मैं देखूंगा, इतने मिनट देखूंगा. लोग तो,
It makes sense.
so that is what is killing our players. If they stop that, they have so much time to work on their own craft.
Craft. Ah, that's an interesting word you use. All craft is a slow currency. It is built through giving hours and hours of not just time but soul. And soul
Yeah.
requires you to be in a zone.
Yeah.
You know when you are giving your soul into something, right? I believe that general appreciation for craft as a thing has gone away and everybody wants a hack to do things. कि यार ऐसा कुछ बता दो. Like I was going to actually ask you a question कि एक ऐसा hack बता दो कि six pack मेरे को भी आ जाए फटाफट. Right? But I'm sure there is none, or you would have built that business by now already. The point is that this craft thinking, right? If you get younger team members and being a captain, you're like always giving them coaching beyond the coach also. What is your method to make them appreciate this is a craft? Because they must be talented. That's how they made it to be in your company.
Yeah.
So there is something that is there, but how do you get them to that level of excellence? Because you know, like you said, that 95 to that 96% to 96.1% is super hard.
It's difficult, Kunal. I can't tell you one thing that I tell them that works for them. I think what helps me is to find out the person who wants that. So once you identify the ones who want it, it's easier then. A small tip here and there will make it. They start observing. The ones that really want it, they will just observe you. Because they know, see, it's just what you want. If you want something which is everlasting, trophies, me being a better player, and me making sure that I play simple football, they will observe you. And when you identify, he's doing everything right, let me help him here. One tap in the back, he'll be fine. Because it is so much of what you express on the pitch that you can't give a blueprint. ये कर तो हो जाएगा. You can have a holistic approach to make you a better body, to sleep well, to have positive mindset, to make sure you try a little bit of meditation, to do a little bit of yoga, to make sure that you are physically and mentally calm. But to perform, it's expressing. Every day, the defender is going to come with a new challenge. Every day, no matter how much I've trained, someday it's going to rain. Someday it's going to come and slap you and abuse your mom, and your mind goes. Someday you will concede an own goal. So you don't know what's going to come tomorrow. Every day is different. You're not performing कि आपने कुछ याद किया, आप गए, आप स्टेज में बैठे, आपने परफॉर्म कर दिया. स्पोर्ट्स में क्या होगा, स्टेज में आदमी भी आएगा, आपको गुस्सा भी मारेगा, आपको धक्का भी मारेगा, फिर आपको परफॉर्म करना है. You know what I mean? If you and me are reading a script and we have to act for them, you and me can work for 20, 30 hours. We come over here, but we don't have opponents. It's you and me. We have read our lines, we perform, and they clap or they abuse. But in sports, we did 30 hours, we come over here, but two of them are to come over here and keep slapping us, keep punching us, keep abusing us. And then also you have to perform. So there is no one way that I can tell you, यही सही है दोस्त. मुझे नहीं पता चला 21 साल के बाद क्या सही है. Yesterday I missed a goal. I've scored 400 goals, I've missed 1,200 goals. I don't know the answer how to do it. Someday I look like a fool on the pitch. Someday I have no answers. But as prepared as you can be, and when you identify those talents, then you can help them. Because they will guide you as to what they want or what they need. और जहां पर hope नहीं है, वहां पर आप कुछ भी बोल लो, you know नहीं होगा. You can still encourage them because of the turnaround. Some people do, but you know, and it's so high paced now, Kunal, that अब टाइम नहीं है. इधर आप इसका हिस्सा हो या आप वही हो, फिर नॉर्मली हो.
I'm gonna jump to some questions from the team, but before that, I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions. You talked about one is the physical thing and the routine for doing that. What is your routine to build mental calmness, mental stability? How do you stay in the zone for so long?
I try. Sometimes I fail. Not because of who I've become. Sometimes I do fail. Because even though I can tell you now that I close the noise, it's not easy. It's not easy. The moment you step out, there are expectations. Right from my gatekeeper, the goal chaser. Right from the other gatekeeper, kyun nahi mara goal, sir. It happens. Yeah. My wife only, she is a football fan, overcritical. My father, over is too critical. So I know. So the getting up in the morning and having time to myself and thinking what I'm going to do in training helps me a lot. Now you'll be thinking, training के बारे में सोचे क्या फर्क पड़ता है? But every day in training, I remind myself, relax, try and control as much as you can, which is in your hand. Rest छोड़ दे. कभी कभी नहीं छोड़ता हूँ, गुस्सा आता है, रिएक्ट भी करता हूँ, इंसान हूँ. But with my age now, I've come to a sweet spot where I let people's opinion be their opinion. And now I don't even judge them. गाली मत दीजिए, बाकी सब चलेगा मेरे को. आपने पैसे देके मैच देखने आए हो, आपको खराब लगा, अरे इससे अच्छा तो मेरा टॉमी खेलता है गांव वाला. कूल, दैट्स योर ओपिनियन, नो प्रॉब्लम्स. स्टार्ट में गुस्सा आता था कि यार मैं जा रहा हूँ ग्राउंड में, मैं मेहनत कर रहा हूँ, मैं ब्रोकली खा रहा हूँ बॉल कर करके, मैं गोल मिस कर रहा हूँ, मैं ही दुखी हूँ, ऊपर से गाली भी खा रहा हूँ. You know what I mean? It's like I'm leading a life which is not easy, but of course it's giving me a lot of dividends also, no complaints. But then when I miss a goal, the saddest person in this world is me. तो पहली बात तो मेरे फोन पे कोई सोशल मीडिया नहीं है. दूसरा, मेरे आसपास के लोगों को बोलते मुझसे मत बात करो कि लोग क्या बोल रहे हैं मेरे बारे में, वो लोगों की प्रॉब्लम है. This is what I do. And the third thing that I do is I take 10, 15, 20 minutes every day in the morning to just think about what I'm going to do and keep telling myself. And now the new thing that I tell myself is, दोस्त बहुत जल्दी खत्म होने वाला है. This absolute blessing of a life of being Sunil Chetri is about to finish. 1 year, 1.5 year, 2 year, 3 year, you don't know. Bloody enjoy it. Because when you are 45 and you and Kunal are having a beer and enjoying life, you should not say, यार दोस्त लास्ट के 2 साल बड़ा परेशान होकर खेला. So now every day in the morning I tell myself, no matter what happens, you have missed a goal. Is it a new thing? No. You have missed thousands of goals. You have lost. New thing? No. You have lost many matches. You have been abused. Not a new thing. I've been abused for 21 years now. Relax. Go and enjoy, because this is going to end. Then I'll be like normal people. Utho, khao, potty karo, so jao. So I really want to enjoy whatever is left.
I love it. What's the biggest heartbreak of your life?
And I thought this is an enjoyable evening.
My team is used to it, so.
I think I had many. But because you said the biggest,
Something that just came to your mind and you were wondering if you should tell me or not.
I got a ligament 2 tear in my ankle and I rushed it. I could have waited for 2-3 weeks more. I rushed it and then I was out for 6 months. And I think that was the darkest time of my life. I generally play at 70-71 kgs of weight. I became 78. I just gave up eating wise. No one was talking to me because I was so negative. I was just angry. And I would take any loss. I would take any patch of not scoring or losing match in comparison to getting injured, because I generally players don't do well, but I'm the worst. I'm not playing. Nobody wants to be close to me because I right now I'm thinking, अरे अच्छी अच्छी बातें कर रहा है, अच्छा सूट पहन के आया वगैरह वगैरह. When I'm injured, I'm worse. So I think that was my worst time because I didn't like me at that time. So I try my best to stay fit. I don't wish for anyone, any sports person, anywhere to get injured. I do wish them that they lose if they're playing as my team, but I never wish anyone to get injured because that's the worst time. A player not playing is the worst time. It just brings the darkest person from inside of us.
I can relate to this part of the story. You know, a lot of founders go through work building a company and they have some exit event or goes to IPO or whatever, and it's a big financial outcome that happens for them. Their life suddenly changes. I had my previous company, Free Charge, and I exited. For everybody outside, it's like the largest exit of India at point of time, all of this stuff, and people are like calling you to congratulate. And I was in absolutely dark zone. And I was like that for a year and a half. And I was brutal. I was just like taking case of everybody on internet. I was like a complete savage all around. People around me just dreaded being around me because I was just upset that this game is over because I've only done this.
You let your baby go.
Yeah, and there is nothing else. I don't know anything to do, right? Like I don't know how to enjoy money or so. Oh shit, now life has changed. I'm going to do different things. But you only done this. This is my sport.
Yeah.
And the thing is, by the way, I researched after that. After I spoke to some people who have had this situation in the US, because exit is more common in the US than India, and they talked about this is called astronaut syndrome. Basically, when astronauts come back from space, they go through depression.
True.
Because they are almost about to die any second. They can see the planets, they can see the space, and they're stuck in traffic after that. Right? And they're like,